Once a motherfucking again. It's the Reese Paulcast. Uh, and welcome back. Wow. Another week. Can you believe it?
I can't.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. It's pretty wild. It's been a pretty wild week. We had the Friday ahead of the Bird Bath show, had a roast, and then Saturday, Louis J. Gomez showed up to a show. God damn. I couldn't make it though, but that's fucking amazing that someone came out and got to go up on one of our shows. What's up, doggies? I thought snakes weren't allowed in Hawaii, but we got a Puerto Rican rattlesnake, baby. Yeah, it's cool. This episode, I think it's just gonna be Rohanz. Yeah, Rohanz is to me like a trickster god, like an ephemeral, like like you always just see him riding around, speeding through on his moped with a bent cigarette in his mouth, just living, walking that edge between what society allows and what they don't. It's cool. He always reminds me to that being on stage is about having fun. Unfortunately, pressing the limits of what's allowed got him 86th from one of the bars that we usually do stand up at. And it's kind of his favorite place, I think, to perform at Anna's. He set off some fireworks downstairs. Just how do you have fireworks? Just in a general sense. He always has some sort of prop, some sort of thing going on. And when you talk to him, you realize that there's this impossible disparity between what he's trying to present on stage, which is like if he could get people to listen, I think could be life changing for people, and what actually turns up on stage, which is a difficult, like that's what we're kind of trying to do is what are we trying to communicate versus what we can communicate, And Rohan's has a lot of interesting points about that, because right now Andrew Schultz is like Jon Stewart ruined comedy. He made it important, and so everyone else tried to make important comedy. But if that's actually what you want to do, then you have to figure out how to do it in your own voice, Kind of like this Dave Chappelle stuff that's going on. Dave Chappelle is hilarious. Dave Chappelle is a storied career. Remember when he was gone? Dave Chappelle was just gone for the longest time. And now he's back. And unfortunately, part of, all right, think about this. When the Whitney special came out, the Whitney Cummings special, Joe Rogan and Bert Kreischer and, Bill Burr, they all posted in support of another comedian. Another comedian who's also, included in their network. You know what I mean? Like ATC and whatnot. They support each other. And the comments on these posts were just fucking out of the world crazy, Like, fuck this dumb bitch. She don't know what funny is. Whitney's a dumb cunt. Fucking unfunny bitch. Like, literally, almost every single comment was that. And then, every once in a while it'd be like, thanks, Joe. I just discovered her. She's great. But more often than not, it's just like the people who think that they know better are some of the worst people, And Channing Canson was saying, like, get ready for the flood of anti-PC culture comedy done improperly. You know? Dave Chappelle gets to paint with a color we don't get to because we've seen him earn it. We've seen him master all the other colors. You know what I mean? The first time I saw Dave Chappelle's stand-up was at band camp. And I was duct taped to a wall, which was fun. Ruined my rugby. That was my favorite rugby shirt. It was like a long sleeve, like a nice linen material. I'm getting sidetracked, but it was like a red, like a deep maroon on the collar, and like a blue everywhere, like a deep navy blue. Fuck you. I'm going through with this. Like a deep navy blue on the sleeves and the torso. And there was like a maroon pocket and white sleeves. Oh, it was so nice. And it felt good to wear. It felt cool, but also like it protected, like linen, like it was like linen armor. It was like a nice Banana Republic one, I think. My mom probably fucking, oh boy, spent too much on that. But here I am, stuck to the wall, covered in duct tape, which is fun, you know, like, I mean, my personality in high school was just like, please bully me so that you can pay attention to me. It kind of shot back at me later in high school. But it was I always liked making people older than me laugh for some reason. So I was duct taped to the wall completely, and everyone older than me just kind of watched Dave Chappelle's Killing 'Em Softly. And it was fucking amazing. I was probably like one of the best high school experiences I've ever had was watching Dave Chappelle special with other people. Now that I think about it, that's probably the only time I've ever watched stand-up comedy with someone other than my brothers. Crazy. But you know, like the on the bus and the sperm going, like shooting at him, like whoa 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 whoa, and he does like all that stuff with the. He's just annihilating, and he's like the funniest person in the world. You know, a lot of people argue that one of the greats. But that kind of gives him a chance to say some things that other people don't. I feel. And this is just my opinion, you guys. You know, like, not a lot. Like, if you stood up at an open mic and just started openly ripping on a certain community, then like people are gonna get uncomfortable because they don't know who you are. They don't understand the context. Part of what you're doing is making people laugh sans context. And that's not always what you need to do, you know? You need to walk the line between hack and good. This is why I'm just talking to myself at this point. I don't know. I'm trying to more absurd stuff lately. More energy based. I don't know. But that first line about he doesn't understand why his friend didn't kill himself, just fucking mwah. But like with any other special, I couldn't get past the first 20 minutes, you know? At some point it's just like too much. It's too much to sit down and watch a whole special. Schultz is right. It's blowing my mind how much that happens. What did I watched Triggered from Rogan. That I watched all the way through. Storytime from Bert. I feel like I watched Pete Holmes' Faces and Sounds because I paid for it. Because I rented it on HBO on Amazon, and I had to watch that. I had to watch that whole damn thing because I paid for it. But it's crazy. what we can and can't do. What the fuck was that? I was distracted for a second. I just had to keep talking. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. What you get to do. So I feel like Chappelle has kind of earned by building. It's Dave Chappelle. Wow, can you believe Chappelle said that? And Shannon Canton said, get ready for all the hacks trying to do this. And that's one of the things I love about open mic stand-up comedy is that people come out and think they're Carlin, think they're Hicks, think they're Chappelle. They think they can. They think that people will allow them, that people will love them for having the same cadence or the same thoughts. But there's like other things under it that you don't even realize. How one holds themselves. People already love Chappelle, so he gets to turn around and say things that wouldn't garner love, you know? Like Carlin and Hicks painted in all the primary colors before they started painting with the society colors, you know what I mean? Like if you watch Hicks at 16, now it'd be considered hack, but it's just jokes. And fantastic ones at that. And obviously Carlin's the hippy-dippy weatherman. If you guys haven't gotten a chance, listen to it's a collection of old Carlin recordings, and I think the main point of it is that it releases the bit, I kind of like it when a lot of people die. You know? That was a bit like supposed to be released like right around September 11, 2001. And it was supposed to be the intro to his special about how when a little bit of people die, it's interesting. But when a lot of people die on the news, now that's something you want to see. And just aptly timed, they had to get rid of it and rename it. Rename the special. But obviously the bit's hilarious. Because Carlin gets to do stuff like that, you know? Carlin earned it. He was the hippy-dippy weather guy. He was what everyone loved. And then he just like, I know you all know me. I know you all see me. But I'm not that anymore. I have thoughts about society. I want to progress us. And I was listening to Bill Hicks's the UFO Chronicles, I think, the UFO collection. No, the UFO tour, I think. But he's just like bombing across America. But at some point he says, what was it? God fucking damn it. I forget. I should have these things written down. No, that he's just up there, something like this, trying to get everyone up to date intellectually so that we can finally move on as a society and evolve. And you're not going to do that to 15 people at an open mic. I doubt we could even do that if you're allowed to do 20 minutes in front of an enraptured 80 people. That's something reserved for the greats. And we have to earn our way up there. Like Schultz says, you don't get any respect unless you're dead or rich. And unfortunately, that like, obviously, I'd love to provide whatever my son wants. But am I going to be able to do it through this, pursuing either side of this? I know I'm pretty much only listened to by the other comedians in the scene. But, like, what do you want out of this, you know? I don't want to be a hobbyist. I never wanted to be a hobbyist. Even when I started out, like, when I tried a couple open mics in 2010. I was just a kid. I didn't have anything to talk about, but I needed it. And, like, it's hard because in my natural state, I'm, like, the least approachable person ever. I come off immediately as unlikable on stage. I don't know how to fix it yet. I don't know what the first couple lines I can say to get people to let me open them up. And that's what I'm working on. That's what we're working on. You know? I was talking to Eddie about this, and Eddie's like a very Jesselnick type. Like, no matter what, I wrote this, it's happening. And Jackson's like that. Jackson crushed. So did Ashley D. So did Locks. Man, Locks has become so comfortable on stage. It's great to see. Clarice was hilarious. Shannon, as always, incredibly comfortable. Just so much fucking fun that we get to do this, man, you know? While I was recording this episode with Rohanz, I left my phone on that little pillar in front of the Japanese Cultural Center, and someone took it, which is my fault, obviously. But so that's what's going to be in between. Rohan's convinced me to do a short outro with him, so I think I'm just going to use that as the outro. Oh, sorry, one more thing. Jose posted this morning. I think it was friend of the show, Trey, but I mean, he's been up all night, and he's kind of got a honestly, like, sober Trey has no inhibitions, so I don't know why I would think that a Trey who's been hanging out all night wouldn't, you know. But if people want to book shows, if people want to get booked more, like, book a show. Book your own show, you know? Just hit up a bar and ask them, can we have this night, that night, like whatever the weakest night you guys have. I'll bring some comedians through and don't have a bad show. You know what I mean? Obviously that's subjective, but care. Know what you're presenting. Have something in your mind's eye for it. Because for Birdbath, I wanted just a couple people, like one or two newbies, one or two strong people, just to get a chance to be in front of a raptured audience. And in Kailua, people respect arts, you know? There's always some sort of dumbass fucking street art shit going on. I should probably renege on that comment. But, you know what I mean? People think highly of themselves there. And they think that they're ready to experience some sort of art. And a lot of people are. And I want them to be able to see that people in Hawaii want to do comedy. People in Hawaii want to do both mainstream comedy, like Burr, like Regan, like Joe Rogan, you know what I mean? And people are also doing fun, absurdist stuff. And people are also doing local humor. And they get it, usually. Maybe not always. Sometimes people stare at Tamua like he's a math problem. But especially in Kailua. But people appreciate it, and we got to find those people. Tom Segura is going to sell out a show. Joe Coy's going to sell out multiple arenas. Where are those people here? You know? We haven't had a chance to earn the bigger colors. Focus on the primary colors. Focus on just being undeniably funny. If we have a core of people that are undeniably funny, and you get to get laughs, first of all, laughs. You need to get laughs every single time. But when is that abandoning what you actually want to say? That's something I'm struggling with. And I know I'm talking for a long-ass time, but I kind of drank on Friday. I didn't get to record another podcast. I wanted to have Jackson on. Sorry, Jackson. But I guess we'll just slowly burst into Rohanz's episode. Rohanz Ridaz, you can find him. I'll include details in the description. Hey, Y'all are fucking fantastic, okay? I love everyone in the scene. Even whoever's been messaging Jose at 6 in the morning. Damn. All right, wait. I'm not done yet. I feel bad because I think I did pretty much that exact same thing to James Money. Because I heard that, like, the Blue Note, this is when I was, like, just starting to really have my, I don't know if I really have an EPK, but I had a set where I was having, like, I went from bombing to laughs, which I think is, like, an important skill to show people you have, but venue owners don't care. They just want to see the laughs. Venue owners don't give a shit. They're not in this for the fucking art of it. Yeah, my voice cracked at art because that's not really what the word is, but the craft. They don't care about the craft of it. They just care about people smiling, people laughing, people drinking. So I heard from someone, I forget who, that there's a list of videos that the Blue Note Booker has. And someone told me that Mane had that connection, and since Mane opens most of the time, I just figured I'd ask him to put a video up and to send it through to them. And this is a fucking gross internalization that I'm exposing, that I hate so much that I'm saying this. But I was just like, yo, could you just add this to the list for the booker to, like, look at? And it's at his discretion whether he did or not. He's not only a functioning human, obviously, but he's, like, one of the funniest people in the scene consistently. And he's a great guy. And I bugged him about putting my video in that list. And sometimes I forget who I am and I ask Jose for spots, you know? And that's another reason why I started the show in Kailua. Because I host and I get a lot of stage time out of it. I get to feel comfortable on stage. I get to work towards it at least. I don't think I'm a naturally funny person. And so I have to work harder than I am right now. I'm not working hard enough. This is what I'm doing with my life. Wasting time? Doing the same material week after week that's getting mediocre laughs? I just started writing more and more material, and it feels good. I'm gonna start working on being funny again. All right. Rohanz Ridaz, episode 7 of the Reese Paulcast. There's that ego. Episode 7 of the Reese Paulcast, ladies and gentlemen. May I present to you the man, the myth, the legend himself, Rohanz.
Rohanz.
I know.
All right.
The things I know.
Rohanz is being shown a picture by
Did you already
Nick.
start, though?
Yeah, we started.
Man, you got... Hey.
It's candid.
Courtesy
It's
is to
candid.
just let someone know that's
Okay,
happening.
I'm sorry.
That's courtesy, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I could be talking about the time that I murdered someone.
Oh.
And just...
When you were
like,
singing?
As a mic check.
Oh, okay. That's
You
true.
know? I mean, that's what they do in Mexico.
Please test the levels. Please test the levels. I once shot a man in Reno just to watch him die.
I don't know. Okay, so... I don't know, because, you know, when...
Oh, you got to
certain
hold it to your
times,
face, though.
I don't know
like
which
this.
time that it is, because...
Like this. There you go. That's the only thing you got to pay attention to.
It's just too much effort, is what I'm saying. Well, I like to be able to have it, like, here. And is it
I
working?
think that's catching.
Does this work, too?
Yeah. There we
Okay.
go. We can just check that every once in a while.
Because that way I can use my face as, like, an extra muscle.
That's true.
Because I'm not laughing with it. I mean, I will be, but
Yeah.
it takes more to
We'll see about that.
Man, Reese,
How you doing, Rohanz?
I am, to be honest, happy that I'm not in jail right now. I went to court yesterday, and
That's
it
good.
was touch and go.
Wow.
Yeah, and the police officers didn't show up, and so they had to drop the case.
Damn.
Not damn. What?
Grazie.
That's that's a good thing.
I mean, that's a good thing.
Why you
I
sound
was a damn,
sad,
was like
man?
a really slow, like wow, like
Just be happy for
good,
me,
like,
bro.
contextually, like wow.
You never been to jail,
Good.
right?
I've been in holding. That's it.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, man. I mean, why? Yeah, like
All right.
you can't just be like, oh yeah, it was.
So-
I overbooked my library books. Like,
I
what?
think I was an accessory to a burglary.
How do you think you were? Like, how is it
Not a burglary.
clear?
What's it called when? All right. Well, anyway, so
You know exactly. Like, did
an
you?
assault on a minor. Okay. I was
That
accessory
is
to assault
entirely
upon a minor.
different. Those things aren't even close to each other.
Me and my buddy were hanging out at playing basketball, okay? And we were just shooting around, and then a bunch of the kids, like after like a baseball practice, you know, they're all in uniforms and shit, and they're all like local kids, and they're just like going around us and like, let us shoot, and we're just like, nah, we're good, and like, you don't want to play us, and, like
Oh
fucking
my
chickens,
God.
and then we're like, nah, we're good, and then one of them was like, you stupid
they were
Howleys.
the ones talking shit.
Yeah, they were like, you stupid
They were
Howleys,
talking
and my
shit,
buddy was just
okay.
like got fucking triggered by that, and so he
Fucking little
he was
kids,
like, go to the car and go wait at the corner. And I was like, okay, cool. Because I was just like, all right, so I guess you got to pick up some stuff.
He's looking out for you, huh?
Yeah, and then
He's
he
looking-
shoved the
he's
kids
like,
over and stole
Look,
their
you're
skateboards.
a white guy in Hawaii. if you get caught assaulting these little children, it's not good. But I
Yeah.
can go ahead and assault them. It'll be all right. Is that what we're talking
No,
about?
officer, they're my children. No, but
Yo,
yeah,
that's
so
my
then,
nephew, yo. Cause
so anyways, we go to another rec center like a mile and a half away. And we continue shooting basketball after an assault and burglary.
oh
And
my
then the whole
God.
family starts showing up one by one.
Where?
Like,
At the
those
new
are the-
cen-
At the
at the-
new, yeah.
So
Only
they
a
followed
mile
you.
and a half away. Well, yeah, they followed us. Apparently, they checked like every, because I mean, it was a huge family just chilling out.
Nick, please tell me you found a lighter.
No.
All right.
There has to be two of them over there.
I'm not. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's okay.
You know. So wait, the family found you like.
Yeah, and
so
then they're like,
they
you
followed you.
fuckers.
They-
Yeah,
someone had to
Yeah.
follow you. Yeah.
And so
On a little scooter.
my
like,
buddy gets away, and I get caught, and I'm
what
handcuffed
the
on the
fuck,
curb.
man? You can't. How do you suddenly bring Buddy into the story? Like,
still a
he
pal.
wasn't there in the beginning.
No, he was there in the beginning.
You were just playing.
I was, yeah. And then I was playing basketball with him this whole time. He was the
Okay.
one who did he said, go wait at the corner.
Okay.
And then so we go to this other place, and it's all this whole thing. Like this older lady comes up, and she's like, "It's you guys, isn't it? It's you fuckers." And I was like, no. And my friend was like, "Run," and I was like, "Nah, I'll talk it out."
Run.
And so, anyways, like they like bring us to the car, and
I don't know.
this is your car,
okay,
right? And I was like,
gotta
I don't
say,
know, I
Reese,
don't know.
I'm sorry.
I'm so bad.
To the people who are listening to this podcast, I just gotta break it out that this dude isn't running anywhere. Okay, so
Oh,
it's comical.
nothing runs in my family.
I'm sorry.
Rohanz?
I gotta get the few in what I can. Like I got an opening, gotta run them. Do you have a lighter, Bill?
I don't have a lighter.
Come on, son.
I didn't know you likes to get wet. I knew Rohanz would get that.
Rough.
It's a euphemism.
It's rough. You got blood? Is that blood on your shirt?
I'm a real blood.
Man, that's barbecue sauce.
He finally cut the umbilical
That's
cord.
barbecue sauce.
I'm a real
Let's
blood.
give Billy a microphone. Does this work too?
Yeah, that one's on.
So, hello. Yeah, so I'm going to do what Gabe did, and I'm going to interfere in this.
Who's
Yeah.
Gabe?
Gabe was on the last episode of the Reese Paulcast.
Who's that guy? Ian?
That's Shannon and
Shannon
Joe Cobb.
or Cole? Joel.
No. Joel.
Cole.
Joel.
When Kyle
Joel,
and
may I
Joel
please
come
borrow your
together,
They
lighter?
come together there.
Cole.
J.
Co.
Cole. J. Cole.
They become Co-Snyder.
J. Cole Snyder.
We're having a ridiculous session.
We're doing the
Like, he's
podcast.
missing a lighter and that you have in your
Okay.
hand.
How's it going, everybody? Joel Kopp at Rounder
Friend
KK
of
at
the pod.
Instagram.
Welcome back.
That's how a professional does it, you guys.
From the episode
Anyhow,
where
what's going
everyone
on
said
here?
Reese sounded tired.
Wait, he was on one too?
Yeah.
What's on what?
This won't be my last.
Yeah.
Are you?
You
Who's
guys
drinking
can't
the
see me
Krakow?
staring at Reese and telling him it won't
What?
be my last.
Shane left,
very,
yes.
Very sternly.
Sternly. That
We're in the middle of a podcast, Billy.
Please let me have a cigarette. I'll trade you Krakow for a cigarette.
I'll
Not the
I'll
whole
just
thing.
I'll just give you a cigarette.
At
Krakow
least beat me at rock paper scissors.
makes
first.
my organs sad. I'm sorry,
It-
and I'm not supporting a regime that
hemorrhoids suck.
that hacked our election system. I don't know why you shouldn't be drinking that.
This shit's made in California, dog. What are
By
you talking about?
by Russian spies.
What's this bottled by?
As soon as Joel comes on, the
I'm
podcast
sorry,
just
it's
becomes more woke.
Minnesota. Minnesota.
The most woke podcast by Joel Kopp.
I'll say I must be woke because all I want to do is sleep forever.
Wow.
And I've done no, I really
Welcome
don't.
back
I'm
from
good.
2014 memes.
Yeah, there we go.
Was that a 2014 meme? Was it?
Woke became a thing.
I can't.
Once woke became a thing.
I can't
everyone's
tell
doing
if I parallel thought something from a long
That's
time
right.
ago or not anymore. It's really difficult. Like, do you Google your own jokes before you tell them? Do you ever do that? No,
No.
right?
I was apparently doing Paulo Gatta's
Go,
bit
go,
for the
go.
longest time. You know the Mauna Kea bit?
Yeah.
Measuring the...
Really? He used
yeah,
it, Paulo Gatta?
That was a Paulo Gatta bit. I did it on Jose's late night mic.
Oh,
He
I
did
love that
anyway,
bit.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
too bad.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Hey,
I mean,
so
he definitely
sorry.
deserves that bit because he's been
Fuck,
doing
I
it
don't know what
longer
you
and
guys
his
are
penis
talking
is
about,
definitely
but do you
smaller.
comment during my short time that I have with this venue.
We're taking our time.
Oh my god.
I'm
this
sorry,
guy
you
over here.
told me to come here and then I took over
Joel?
the podcast,
Ones and
Okay,
twos.
I have two things.
and that's on you.
I have two things I want from you.
What do
One
you want?
is your respect.
I respect you, Rohan.
Cool.
This is a stick up.
The second thing.
And there's the lighter.
Okay.
Yes.
What's going on?
Oh no.
Go, go, go.
It's a cigarette before you
Okay,
go rock it.
I gotta go, guys.
Go rock it out.
Go.
Rounder KK at Instagram.
Jose, would you like to be on the podcast?
No, he's fine.
He doesn't do it.
He's gonna
He
come out.
can't, yeah.
No, he's already been on. He's the first.
But is he?
No,
He won't
maybe
be
he'll
on
come
my
down and
podcast.
ask us
I
to
don't think
close
he'll.
the.
He won't be on.
So what do you want to talk about, man? You wanted a platform to tell everyone.
Wow.
Because remember when you told me about
Holy shit. He
that
never gave me
Jon
a
Stewart?
cigarette.
We should respect what Jon Stewart did to comedy.
I'm surprised you remember that, but
Yeah.
I'm very glad that you
I've
did.
been thinking about it a lot recently.
Nick, you can totally get in on this, but I'm gonna be. Okay, cool.
If you want to be a sniper, he's literally Nick Nolte.
Yeah. So I mean, in terms of the things that need to be done, I think we see even on the news that people are like, "Yo, I don't like this. It sucks."
Yeah.
And then someone's like, "Here's a solution." And they're like, "I don't like that solution. That solution sucks." And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, here's another solution. They're like, yeah. I mean, if I were to rate solutions in terms of like on a 0 to 10 scale, that solution's probably would be like a 3, maybe a 3.
Mm.
Do you have other solutions? And it's like, okay, after like the 15th solution,
Yeah.
it's like,
Because we're indecisive.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you there's no okay. And at that point, after 100 solutions have been provided, I think the question is valid. What do you think could be done? I don't know. I don't think about that thing. And it's like, okay, I'm just gonna start with my solutions. And then please don't step in the way.
Okay. But
One of them is like you were talking about, is comedy.
yeah.
And I think one thing is people are not really thinking about like what is happening. And the fake news, I don't even want to say fake news. It's just no news, or it's targeted news.
Yeah, it's a bias. Everything has some sort of.
I mean, I can look
Slant.
around at what we're looking at right here and be like, there are green things here.
It just
And then you can be like, I don't like green things. And you're like, you don't like bushes?
I believe there statistically looking around, there's no green things right now. There's only brown. If we round up on brown, there's only brown and gray things around us. It's very interesting. I was he's time bombing yeah. This is a little Tucci flick, the lighter flick. Breathe in. The mic smells like cigarettes now. That's the one. But
That's the one. I'll do the bone.
the snake bone.
You know about that shit?
Yeah, I remember. Did you do that as a kid? Like maybe as like a kid in the zoo when they were like, "This is how snakes hear." They were
Nah.
like, "Clench your jaw down and push it down on this."
They have like eyeglasses that do this now. You know.
Do what? Let you hear?
Put sound in your head through the snake.
What?
Have you?
Oh yeah.
When was the last time
They,
you
like,
played
vibrate,
video
right?
games? Okay. What's that snake? Who's the snake? Like, funny that you talk about snake. There's a video
Oh,
game. Metal Gear fucking
yeah,
solid.
Metal Gear Solid.
Solid. Yo, solid game. Give him. Yeah. Come on in.
You keep interjecting.
Right?
Yes. I can interject the best. That's all I got. I'm
Alright.
broke.
I don't know
We
you.
keep, we keep stop talking to listen to you politely. We can't have it soundless.
And don't expect me to stay polite.
All right.
That means to you, Reese, too. I know. What we're looking at.
So we're working. So because it really stuck in my craw that you were saying that like the type of comedy that because this is what I kind of think too, but I don't know how to breach the gap. At
Yes.
least with the audiences that I get to, that I'm allowed to be in front of. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, do I project myself out there with the material I'd like to be doing, or do I do what's good and try to sneak in what I want? You know, sneak in the changes that I want to happen in the world. You know, because I always think I want to do stuff about this or
It
that. and
depends on
then-
how desperate your life is. Like, I mean, you think about some of the activists like Code Pink
That's true. Yeah.
or Extinction Rebellion,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or even the indigenous people like across the globe.
Yeah.
Like they seem desperate.
They
I mean,
need a
the
change. They need
Palestinians,
something to- yeah.
they're like, no, it's either death or I put my life on the line.
Yeah.
Don't poke around with your ideas.
You know
Just
what I mean?
fully interject with complete confidence.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Just like that.
Yeah.
you either have to like stop shaking your penis or pee.
Yeah.
And if
Piss
you
or get off the pot. We have an
yeah.
opportunity to be in front of people.
and so that's
interesting.
the comedic aspect of the influence that's available. But
Yeah.
if you look what's happening around the world, journalists who are generally protected by constitutional
Yeah.
statutes
Being
are getting fucking chopped up
Yeah.
and body bagged. I don't know what that
Racist
was.
videos
Some
and shit.
racist ass shit,
Yeah,
bro.
it was.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a towel head spit. Don't come at me, bro.
Some racist ass shit.
No, but yeah, but it's that thing of like, it does come from a place of privilege that we're at like no one's desperately working out their 3 minutes at an open mic. You know what I mean? Like, is there a different platform for making that as important a thing?
Hey, do you have a cigarette I can bum from you? Man, fuck up, man. I'm trying to get one. Hey, tell you what. If you got a cigarette, I'll trade you a wiffle golf ball. All right. I'll be here.
All right.
What do you think the
Very
chances?
nice.
Give me a percentage.
What?
A percentage that he's gonna.
Oh,
come back with a
20%.
cigarette. 20.
I'd say 20.
What do you think, Nick? Who's just not engaged?
I think that's a very polite shedding of a conversation that he did to us right there. He was just like,
No, yeah.
never mind.
No, I think he's in.
Yeah. I mean, just to say that you got a wiffle ball from a person for a cigarette.
I don't
The
think
overall,
I don't think
Investment-wise, I think that's pretty good.
it's not plugged in, dog.
Yeah, it is.
Or mine isn't.
No,
Someone's isn't.
that one is just a nib for another microphone. I don't have a fourth microphone.
Oh my God, this is. Did you
Yeah.
buy this online or something?
Yeah.
Okay, if it's Amazon, don't just say it wasn't.
Okay, yeah. It was audioequipment.com. Audioequipment.gov. You're speaking into a wire right now. CIA owned. I'm a narc. No, but so what do you think? Like, are you better off? I mean, at this point,
Mm-hmm.
grassrooting a political movement.
Yes. Go
You know
for
what I
it.
mean?
I heard that.
Like, if you want to do the change people's minds comedy,
Change the minds comedy.
because
yeah.
I mean that's what Jon Stewart showed you, that there's a membrane between politics and comedy. Because comedy is like
And it's
this
permeable.
it's
a permeable
yeah,
membrane.
It's it's
I
different
love how
between
we're using the high words, the high language.
$5 words, but fucking no, but like
calendar words.
calendar
yeah.
words.
You know.
That there's like this weird circle where comedy gets to be in everything, but also its own
Yes.
industry in and of itself that some people try to penetrate.
It's
But-
because it's not dependent on anything else. That's the fucking beauty of it. It's just an individual
Yeah,
spewing shit that some people wipe up.
it's
and they enjoy wiping it up.
Yeah.
It's good for them.
I like comedy as the tendons between two incongruous thoughts, like two
Okay.
things that people would never relate to each other.
Yeah.
It's revealed, like
Like
even
how
before
I'm stuck
Sticks.
to you on this fucking cord.
Yes, absolutely. But we got the 3-foot splitter right here. Should have gone for a 6, but should have sprung. But no, like it's like revealing that comedy sometimes is like revealing that these two things were related to each other the whole time. Yeah, there's that 80% going by. But like that, like even more primal than like sticks on the ground making noise in song, you know, is like people saying that like, isn't it weird that like the sun goes away then comes back, you know?
So I would put it this way: comedians are smarter than most people.
I don't
Would
think
you
that's
agree?
necessarily. Maybe more intuitive.
This is a hole that you're gonna get fucked if you.
I mean,
if you're it's really gonna be.
because
bad for
I'm
you,
not
Reese. Just
naturally
answer
funny. I'm
honestly.
not naturally funny. I'm not.
That's
I'd
not
like
even
to
a-
think very much that I am smart.
Yeah, we got whiff. No. Damn, bro.
Close.
How about this? If you can tell me a funny joke, then I will give you the wiffle ball. Is that cool? Okay. Here,
Where's
can
my-
you give him the mic though? Here you go. Okay. All
That's
right.
all good.
There's okay.
Oh, that's fun. That's cool.
You said you have a sandwich?
No, the joke involves sign language.
Oh, I thought there was. It won't. It will.
It doesn't
I mean,
communicate well over the microphone.
It's a visual medium. Quarters bounce, right? Do they?
okay, because. Okay,
That's
give him
fair.
the mic. Give him the mic then. Just give him the mic. Run it. No,
He's spitting fire.
if you said you're gonna watch, you're gonna talk, you're gonna watch, you're gonna talk or watch, talk or watch, both. Talk to watch, because I gotta watch.
Don't bully this guy onto a podcast.
I mean, you know, you gotta sign over your life after this, right? Yeah, very, very crazy. If you let me,
bong
hell
strapped to
yeah, I
his chest.
would. No, I'm not gonna do it. You're gonna do it yourself. What are you talking about? I'm not gonna force anyone to do anything that they don't want to do themselves. But I'm sorry, if people realize for themselves that they need to do something, I'm not gonna stop them. If that's what, again,
Very libertarian.
I'm not gonna be specific about shit. What I will be is vague to the extent that legal ramifications. It's all about the legal ramifications. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, guys? Oh, you got Michigan hat. How can I get your hat? I want the hat. What do I gotta do?
The watch?
Why didn't you say something?
Done.
I was just in Michigan.
We're working on a barter system right now.
Done.
It's a very beautiful thing happening right now.
Oh my God, it's so
The Michigan hat.
It's not for me.
It's not for you?
No.
Okay. That's good.
It's for my friend who can't.
Fits
Give me my
exactly.
mic back.
There you go.
I can't speak.
Okay.
It's not for me. It's for my friend who
Lives in Michigan and has many of these.
No,
already.
he lives out here. He's from Michigan,
That's cool.
and he canceled our relationship
Oh.
because I get arrested frequently too often. You know the last time I got
Body work?
arrested?
Not really.
Hey, can I renege on my relation? Can I get my watch back and give you the hat back? Cannot. What if I give you some dirty socks?
Just gonna
So
wash
yeah,
it? That's
cool.
pretty good. That's a
Okay.
pretty good trade.
So I'll give you the hat with the dirty socks, and then I get the watch back. Hey, let me ask you this. This is gonna seem like a shitty ass question. But about 5 years ago, Honolulu
5 years
Police
ago.
Department did not have body cams. Now they do. It's
They
a
got
camera.
like GoPros on them. Nice.
Oh, okay. I should have realized. Yo, let me trade a Michigan hat for a GoPro, dog. Yo, let me trade the Michigan hat for.
Going through it all.
I'll trade you some sunglasses.
Yeah, he does look like Squirtle. That's not bad. Hey, Patrick.
I think
It's
it's
all good.
time.
You can talk as much as you want.
I think it's time you left, sir. And you know what? I don't own this land.
Damn. All right.
But if you do still want to do some comedy, I hope you come with something that's more funny and bigger than your. If you got some jokes, some jokes that are
Drop his
bigger
pocket,
than
that's
your
pretty good.
ears, I'd love to hear 'em. And maybe borrow your big ass ears so that I can hear your dumbass jokes. How's that?
How's it going?
I'm saying no. This is comedy, bro. It's a street comedy. It's a street comedy.
We'll probably edit this together.
It's a street comedy.
What?
You know what? I'm gonna give the microphone to Patrick. Please, just come on. You know he's not even
You
gonna
wrapped
let this.
upstairs? Oh.
He's not even gonna let this go on the thing. Did I start getting unfunny?
We just got. It was a little bit of a distraction, but it's all good.
So what we were talking about
Did I
is
start
Jon
getting
Stewart's ability
Yes. Okay. There we go.
to
Jon Stewart's
use
ability
comedy to influence
permeate the membrane.
populations,
Yeah.
permeate the membrane. Have a good night, cousin. You too.
He wasn't the first.
Hey,
Definitely not.
that watch
mean,
needs
like
one
what?
screw. Needs a screw. I couldn't find the screw. It's super small. But there's 3 and it's strong. You'll be fine. Thanks for the hat.
Okay. So so Jon Stewart's not the first, but the one who did it best recently. And Andrew Schultz says that it's very disappointing to see all the people coming out, and he's kind of the precursor to important comedy, like people believing that because there's a certain amount of absurdism that comes in to being in front of people telling jokes in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, why
Okay.
betray?
Absurdism is a word that I gotta take a small issue with.
Okay.
So I don't think it's the thing about being a comedian. There's several types of comedians, as
Mm.
you are aware.
Okay.
There are some who go for the low-hanging fruit,
Okay.
which is generally racist,
Hack.
sexist, sometimes slapstick comedy, and even slapstick comedy, if
Yeah.
not
Like those
painful-
things not done well. Like those things writ large and not without the subtlety.
No, I mean you can do a racist joke very cleanly, but it's still a racist joke. It's a low hanging fruit, is what I'm saying.
Well, can you do racial jokes and still be like being able to point out that the differences aren't that different? You know, then there's a certain amount of importance hidden inside of, you know, like a pill hidden inside of a piece of meat that ends up like incepting into people's ideas, like that we're not so different, you and I, type of thing.
I mean, I think yes, that's the exact point I'm trying to raise with the
So does that excuse racial humor? You know what I mean? Because it obviously it can be done poorly and be labeled as racist, and it can be done well and be labeled as art.
I mean, I think the basic answer is about binary thought.
That
And
it-
binary understanding.
it's a spectrum?
If you understand, it's not
It's
a
not?
spectrum. That's binary thought is
There's
not
a point where
spectrum.
the switch flips.
binary thought.
Yeah. So you don't
Binary
believe that there's a
understanding.
spectrum?
Do you know what binary means?
Yeah, yeah.
What
But
is
I was saying
binary?
that, like-
Can you explain binary to me as if I was my daughter who's 13?
There's either an absolute yes to it or an absolute no. There's no gray area to play around inside of for a thought. So does that mean that is it once it crosses over to inappropriate, is it about flipping the switch back and forth, or is it about as soon as the switch flips and you're like, this is a terrible racist joke, it's been that the whole time? You know what I mean? Like, even if, is it about the twist that comes through redeeming the earlier thoughts? You know?
I do know. I mean, to answer your question
Yes.
very directly, yeah, it's about the initial thought that instigates that binary sequence.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, every single algorithm that Google and Facebook run to learn what kind of person you are
Uh-huh.
and then manipulate you with ads
Yeah.
and your Facebook feed,
Listen to us and
all of that shit
yeah.
starts from a binary concept.
Ones and zeros.
Yep. So
Interesting.
yes, the answer is yes. Yes
The answer is 1.
or 0. And so for me,
Okay.
in terms of a comedic value,
Yeah.
the point is where you're starting from and why you're going to a place, and if your one gets you there.
Yeah.
So if my point, like Jon Stewart, is to influence the world,
Mm-hmm.
that's a 1.
It should try to provide some friction.
I want a
on-
1. I
You,
want
you're
a
trying
1.
to rotate the whole world,
I want a 1.
holding on to
I
like
want a 1.
20 people.
I want to start with a 1.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Interesting.
start with the 0. 0 is go to my gardens of fucks that's barren.
That's good.
Thank
I like
you.
that.
That's
Sounds
not
like a very
that's not
zen
original.
garden,
It's
though.
not original.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I've seen some meme on some
Some dumb
shit
meme, yeah.
that some dumb
No
dumb
fucks.
dumb thing.
Or some all right meme.
But yeah, straight up is no.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like for me the influence is possible, but it has to start with a 1, and that 1 means
It's a
you
It-
want to do something.
yeah.
Like Reese,
Yeah.
you yourself want to do something,
Yeah.
which is why you did this equipment check,
Yeah.
and now we're having this,
Yeah.
and that's a 1.
Yeah.
A 0 would be sitting and dreaming about it,
Yeah. Absolutely.
and that's good. And
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to get with the Jon Stewart.
Yeah. Is
The
that the actual doing of it snowballs into what the initial effect was writ large?
Just keeps rolling and everything. Yes.
Yeah.
It definitely does.
Yeah, yeah. So you got to set out in the right direction first, because where that snowball goes.
I'm not saying it's the right direction. I mean, yes.
Well, the direction you want it to be correct in.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
you have to want,
Yeah.
you know? Like, it comes down to you.
Yeah.
Are you the 1 or are you the 0?
Yeah.
Like, we're not saying that the one isn't gonna be enough to beat the two.
Yeah. This whole podcast sponsored by Matrix 4. You're the 1 and the 0. I'll flipping up and down. No, yeah.
I mean, if
That
if
is
I
very
had
interesting
like,
way to think about it.
if I had like a few kind of words to share with the people who are listening, it would be sincerely to express my desire that you don't live the life I have, and don't even attempt to, but learn from it and prosper in your own way,
Yeah.
in a lot more easily life. So if you know someone's dying by falling off a cliff, don't fall off the cliff to try and see if you can live. Learn from that and then do your own life. Furthermore, make sure that you pay it forward. I fucking hate that they made me use that phrase because I want a better phrase, and I'm going to work on it. But essentially, no man is an island in amongst himself. And so the gifts that you've been given and the blessings that you have lived need to be paid forward. And yeah, I have zero sympathy if you don't. However, I'd like a hug every now and then.
Rohanz, where can people find you?
Good luck. I just gotta continue with this.
Yeah, basically
Keep
we're just
it
gonna
where it
keep
is now.
going.
Okay.
This is a quick follow-up to the previous events between the recording of the last one and this short. I'll probably edit out some of the other guy hanging out. So this is
Fuck
good.
that guy. You mean the guy that stole your phone?
Allegedly, we'll see.
I think he's on. Like, I
Like
swear
I
to God, man.
yeah, I think
We got his voice print.
my phone was gone. My phone's gone,
Let's DARPA that shit.
which sucks. But I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Like, it's putting your eggs in one basket, you know? It's just too much at this point.
I think you
Like,
got,
look down at your phone. Like,
What do you mean?
this
the
is
one
everything.
That's cracked and just shitty.
for a lot of people, it's their everything.
You paid too much for your
You
phone.
ha-
I
I mean,
think
you-
that's
yeah,
the point.
absolutely.
You got a too nice of a phone.
I made a poor investment.
Why? You
'Cause
know, get a nice camera.
That's the little.
The
That's
phone
my portal
literally-
into the world where everyone else lives.
What the fuck is bite? This is ridiculous.
He's got fire ants. He's got
No,
literally. You have
I
ants in your
don't-
pants.
It's not ants. It's this fucking bench. Fuck it.
It's too unnatural for you, Rohanz.
Yeah,
It's not
I
the
wish I
sand.
was up on a tree, man. You know, up on a tree with
Yeah.
some trees,
Yeah,
treating the world like it's supposed to be.
yeah. What are you talking about? Tabled fears.
Yeah. So, people who understand that they're gonna die. Specifically, when I heard this was about SWAT,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it can be applied to even people with cancer
Mm-hmm.
or opioid addictions, like what's ravaging
The Midwest and whatnot.
the
I
fucking
mean, the
country.
whole. Yeah, the whole.
Tell me that's not the guy.
Just the country, right?
That's not the guy, right?
No,
Because we would totally bum rush that one.
no, he's not him.
No, you wouldn't.
he
Actually, I
doesn't.
would.
He doesn't have a hat anymore.
'Cause it's on my.
Yeah, you switched him for a hat.
So yeah. Oh God damn it.
No. So I was dumb enough to be like, $400 reward to whoever finds this phone. Like, ask someone to text that. Like, if someone falls for that, we're allowed to beat the shit out of them, right? Like, just to teach them that lesson for the future.
You know what?
I don't think we did it.
I'm,
we did.
I'm glad.
I don't think
I'm
anyone
glad.
dumb
No.
stole my phone.
I think that's a legitimate quandary.
Yeah.
That is a legitimate
I don't
quandary.
think physicality has to be added to
Why
it
not? Why not?
whatsoever.
I mean, okay, listen. We are not gazelles, and we're not lions.
Hey, speak for yourself, man.
We're not, which one are you? What are you?
Dude, I'm probably a gazelle pretending to be a lion.
Rawr.
But yeah, you really helped me through it. That's very nice.
No, the thing with this thing about the fuck. See, you got me all twisted, man. No, it's fucked up that this dude. And what I was saying is that there's ways to get back on revenge.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
And you were talking about not seeking revenge. Like, let's say that I saw the dude over there. Or let's say that the dude, like, yeah, let's go to that point. Someone does text Joe back or text Trey back and says, yeah, I got the phone. I'll meet you in front of Anna's.
yeah.
And then they come back with the phone. And you don't have the money.
Yeah. I mean, then you just
what are
take
you
it back.
gonna
and,
do?
like,
What
yeah.
are you gonna? Not
Yeah.
me. What are you gonna do? I know what I would do. I'm asking what you are gonna do.
Ask him to show me
Let's
the phone, snatch
hypothetically.
it. No,
You
he's too smart
snatch
for
the
that, right? He's too smart for that. I'm not like a young grasshopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you catch the pebble. So what are you gonna do, Gus?
Just like, yeah. Come inside. I'll go to the ATM. If they're dumb enough. I'm not even a deceitful person. I'm
No,
an above the
you're
table
not.
person.
Yeah. So what are you
can't
gonna?
trick
You're
someone.
not gonna. You're not. So
I'm just hoping that they show back up so I know what happened to it. You know what I mean? I just want to know.
you're gonna ask him for a story then. You're gonna be like, hey, can you please tell me how you
Maybe
stole
do
my
I
phone?
do I appeal to them?
And then, do you mind if I have
know
the
what I mean? Just
exclusive
like,
copyrights
hey,
so
man.
that when I put it in the movie of my life,
yeah.
I can use this chapter
Fuck,
of
there's
my
so
phone
many
getting
pictures
stolen?
of my
Like, what the
son on
fuck?
that phone that don't exist anywhere else. That's a fucking shitty revelation.
Oh,
God
cousin, I'll
damn
take
it.
one of those.
That's close. You almost got him.
Almost.
Uh,
No, you ain't gonna do shit, man.
Yeah.
That's the realistic thing. Like, and even having him come back here, if he did come back here, he
What's the
wouldn't bring
plan?
I mean, like, let's think about this.
he would bring the vibe of a thief.
Okay, you know what I would do? Let's say that I wanted to be a shitty ass asshole.
Yeah.
I would come back, and I would look for the person and be like, "Oh, you wanted the phone? Okay, I left it over there because I couldn't trust you. Let me get the money." I'll
And then
go
you get the
back
money
and-
and the phone. Just Reese inside paying $375 ATM fees, so you lose $403.75.
Because you're already dumb enough to think someone's
I'm a
bringing your
fucking
phone
idiot.
back already. So, like, okay,
Yeah.
this guy's dumb enough to think that. I'm just gonna. Okay, you ever heard of Simple Man by Leonard Skinner? Mama told me, my honest son, come sit beside me. And there's this one line in it. He's like, get your lust on a rich man's gold. Go
Yeah.
get your lust on a rich man's gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so don't, no, it's just gone.
So gone. God damn
Gone,
it.
bro. If it comes back
It's
to you,
just a thing.
that's like
And
a,
it's
it's like
gone.
a blessing. That's when you start talking to karma. Like, thank you, karma. I'm gonna do my best to throw some back into the world.
God damn it.
So let me ask you this now: do you think that karma took that shit because you haven't been paying into karma?
I don't know.
Huh?
Am I paying to karma?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's not fantastic.
Karma knows more than you want her
That's
to.
true. That's true.
Like you can't. Yeah. There's no
Isn't me-
app. There's no app to hide. There's no
Yeah.
VPN to karma.
Yeah. Yeah.
She knows what's up.
Fuck. Anyways, man.
Thank you
Thanks for helping
for
me
this
through
opportunity.
Thanks for being there for that event. God damn.
No, I mean, okay, that's the thing. That if you do have faith in Jesus, you're probably fucked.
How so?
Well, I mean, it's the same as having faith in Muhammad or Buddha.
Yeah.
You're fucked. The expectations that they demand are impossible.
Even Buddha?
Even Buddha.
All right. I guess so.
Karma, on the other hand, just basically is like, yeah, we're watching.
Yeah.
We're watching. We're not even going to tell you what's good or bad.
It's the ephemeral spirit.
You're going
around
to
us.
figure it out. And we'll help you figure it out. Karma doesn't have a book. I mean,
Yeah.
I know there's like Hare Krishna and whatnot, but no. The general sense of karma is like, yep, you know.
Yeah.
And therefore, don't be pissed off when shit happens.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm going to try and get a cigarette from
All
these
right,
guys.
cheers,
I
man. Have a
appreciate you,
good one,
Reese.
man.
Thank you. Aloha.